Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in to LTN 2020. Glad you could make it today. And we're in a bit of a cold spell here in the Tampa Bay area.
Freezing.
We're spoiled, but it's okay. It's all good. I know that some parts of the country are dealing with difficult winter weather. Take care of yourself. The winter weather confines people to indoor spaces, crowded with other people, and that's when you get sick. That's how viruses spread. Remember, they're looking for a hotel. You're the hotel. You're the host, and we make for good hosts, apparently. And our guest today will be Wayne Elliott, and he'll be along. He sent me some photographs. He's a, I don't know how to describe his work. They take ships apart. And, yeah. And he showed me some photographs. Very dangerous work. And he's a spokesperson for, Strauss Naturals and the heart drops. I mean, the story, and it's pretty compelling. I mean, it made a difference in his life, truly. And so you'll hear that. And there's other aspects I want to get into with him today, too. Katie's here. Reggie's here. Is Arlo with us today?
He is.
Mr. Arlo. My man Arlo. Arlo, our French bulldog, miniature.
Our new studio pup.
He is something. Of course, the owner is away right now, and she will be back, and Katie has been taking care of him. I don't know how you're going to separate from that dog.
I'm not sure I am going to.
Are you going to keep him? Or is she going to let you? She won't let you keep him.
No, she won't let me keep him. Actually, 2 minutes ago, she just sent me a picture, and she got a tattoo of him. So, no, I don't think she's going to let me keep him.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think that
a tattoo on her body.
Yeah, she got a tattoo.
Of Arlo.
Yep, it's like an outline of his face and says Arlo. So I'm thinking she's probably not going to let me keep him.
Yeah, she's more committed to the dog than you are right now.
I think so. I'm not getting a tattoo.
Well, he is something. I'm usually not fond of small dogs like that. I find them a little too chippy and barking, and they annoy me. Usually, not always. But he is. I would take him in a minute. I would. Wonderful dog.
Well, if she doesn't come back, we could do split custody. How's that?
Gotta call a courtroom for this right now. What is this?
Gotta go in front of the judge, Katie.
Yeah, you get him every weekend. I'll get him during the week. We'll be fine. We can do it.
Oh my God.
Is there child support involved?
Katie.
We need to know.
So, yeah, it's all good. In doing this show, when I got into radio 15 years ago, and you have to be there's a part of this show that's journalistic, and I have background in that area as a communication. My background, I have a master's in communication with linguistic courses. My PhD is in human communication with an emphasis on communication theory and research. So in that world, journalism is part of that world. So wasn't alien to me. And so I've taken on, you produce the show, you host the show, and then you end up being a journalist, reporting and asking questions and talking to people, interviewing. And that's become part of this job. And in doing this show, I didn't know what I was getting into when they asked me to do this project. And I said, well, I'm just going to rely on, my background and my training. I'm going to tell the truth as I know it. I'm going to be honest, sincere, and let the audience know I care about them. And let's see where this goes. 15 years later. What I've learned along the way, I've learned a lot from you, the listener and the viewer. Been very, you have opened me up and caused me to think about a lot of things. And when you do this kind of work, you better have confidence in yourself and what you believe and how you can do it, and trust your instincts. That's very important. Some people don't. They're afraid to. I'm one, for some reason, I don't know. I work without a net on this show, always have. And I follow my instincts, and sometimes I don't know where it's going to take me. And we've been very lucky over these many years. I've guessed right more often than I have not in following my instincts, in following a story, following up on reporting on something that nobody else is reporting on. So Katie texted me yesterday, and what did you want to tell me?
I wanted to tell you that you can predict the future. You do this all the time. Yesterday, I got home, and the breaking news story on Facebook was that someone in the U.S. got the coronavirus traveling from China, and we had just spent all morning talking about that, and it was like, you knew it was going to happen.
She tagged me in the story on Facebook and was like, it's like he knows the future.
It is.
It was not, as I said yesterday and the day before, I've been following and tracking this story for a while. And I was holding back on reporting on the story. I wanted to see. And then I realized, my instinct said, no, there's something here, something, this doesn't feel right to me. And I said yesterday, we need to be concerned in this country. And sure enough, the first case has now emerged. And I'm gonna share with you today and report on some things, aspects of the story that you're not going to hear on mainstream media about Wuhan, China, how this virus, the beginnings of it, and I'm going to give you some background that you most likely are not going to hear it on the cable networks or on the major networks. The first U.S. case, it's sometimes called now the Wuhan coronavirus. It's sometimes called Chinese pneumonia outbreak or the Wuhan pneumonia. It has different names. This new case of illness that originated in central China has been identified in a patient who's a resident in Washington state. This is according to federal health officials. They announced this yesterday. In a news briefing, officials said that the male patient was hospitalized with pneumonia last week, and it turns out that he had recently traveled to Wuhan. Wuhan is not some sleepy little Chinese village in central China. This is a city that is quite active. There are 11 million people. That's bigger than Manhattan that live in Wuhan. This is ground zero. This is where it's believed this outbreak began. The man who's infected, he's young, he's in his 30s, is quarantined at the Providence Regional Medical Center in Everett, Washington. And they said they did this, quote, out of an abundance of precaution and for short-term monitoring, not because there is a severe illness. So said Dr. Chris Spitters. That's an unfortunate name. Interim health officer for the Snohomish Health District. Dr. Spitter said, the Washington State Secretary John Weissman said, we believe the risk is the public is low, close quote. I'm just going to say this. These guys better be careful what they're saying. If they're saying these things not to create panic, I get it. Be careful what you say. This guy's on record. I'm going to remember. He just said, oh, the risk is low. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We come back, I'm going to tell you some things about Wuhan, the origins of this virus. It's pretty You're not going to believe it, how this all began. Give you some insight. We live in a very systemic, interdependent, connected world. What happens in Wuhan apparently is affecting people living in Washington State. Okay, from Wuhan to Washington State. I'm just saying. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are exposed to every day. But sometimes I need help to defeat the bad bugs. Luckily, our friends at Kyolic have come to the rescue. Kyolic has 2 super immune-enhancing supplements, Kyolic Immune Formula 103 and Kyo Green Harvest Blend Immune Defense. Kyo Green Harvest Blend is a power-packed blend of organic and naturally sourced grasses, ancient grains, fruits, veggies, herbal extracts, and spirulina in a fast-dissolving drink mix for a quick and easy way to support immunity. Kyolic Immune Formula 103 combines immune-boosting nutrients with aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract has been clinically shown to support a healthy immune response and reduce both the duration and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649. Listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly.
To a fish market. When where stallholders who worked at the Hunan, the Hunan, not the Wuhan, the Hunan seafood market. But at that seafood market, they also sold live animals. Can't make this up. So the Chinese scientists isolated the new strain of the coronavirus. They designated it as 2019 the year NCOV, which has been found to be at least 70% similar in the genome sequence to SARS. Bad news. On January 20th, 2020, the Chinese premier urged decisive and effective efforts, it's reported, to prevent and control the pneumonia outbreak or epidemic caused by this virus. January 22nd, 2020, an emergency committee, that's today, is going to meet the World Health Organization. I'm just telling you, given my experience with this, there are a lot of signs here that tell me that these officials know more than maybe they're wanting to say at this time. But now the WHO, they're going to have a meeting this very day to discuss the concerns about this virus and its being a super spreader event. It's called a super spreader event. And they're concerned about a wider possible outbreak. We now have one case here in Washington State, a young man in his 30s, went to Wuhan, got infected, came home, got sick, went to the hospital. They took sample specimens, sent them to Atlanta, to the CDC, confirmed that it was the coronavirus. One of the concerns here is that Chinese New Year is approaching, and that's a travel time for the Chinese. And they're concerned that this sudden increase in occurrences of the disease is what has their people's attention, these health authorities. And that's why they're afraid that it's going to become a super spreader. The first suspected cases were reported on December 31st, New Year's Eve, 2019. With the first instances of symptomatic illness appearing over 3 weeks earlier, back on December 8th. So this goes all the way back to December. And some are thinking it even goes further back yet. The market, this fish market, the Wuhan seafood market that sells live animals, was closed off. They closed it off on January 1st, 2020, because people showed signs and symptoms of the coronavirus infection, and those people and they were isolated. What are the current epidemiological reports on the number of infections and the number of deaths?
Worldwide, a total of 479 cases have been confirmed since the outbreak was detected in mid-January. And I am getting a couple different numbers for deaths, so I don't really want to say
9.
Yeah, somewhere between 8 and 11. That's what I'm going to say, because
you're getting different reports.
Exactly. So somewhere between 8 and 11 deaths.
The first confirmed death from this Wuhan coronavirus was on January 9th, 2020. So we're in the early stages of this concern. And I don't know where it's going to go. Coronaviruses mainly circulate, live, thrive, and do well among animals, but have been known to evolve and infect humans. That's zoonotic. Isn't that where you have the transmission from animal to human? Zoonotic. I'm pulling from memory one of my classes, trying to remember.
You know, your memory's better than Google most of the time. So.
Well, I don't know about that. But they saw this with SARS and MERS. There are 4 other coronaviruses that are found in humans which cause mild respiratory symptoms that mimic a common cold. that the genetic makeup of SARS is bad news. The genetic makeup of this Wuhan coronavirus is about 70% similar to SARS. SARS made 8,000 people sick, over 800 people died worldwide. This was a while back. I don't know if you remember. They're concerned that this is what they call it, a super spreader. And in 2002, this is with an origin in the civet cats from live animal markets, an outbreak of SARS started in mainland China. And with the help of a few super spreaders and international air travel, reached as far as Canada and the United States, resulting in over 700 deaths worldwide. It was close to 800. That was SARS. They're very concerned, and we should be too.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2020. Just one more piece of information about the epicenter of this Wuhan coronavirus, which Wuhan is a city in central China, population 11 million. It's the 7th largest city in China. It is a major, are you ready? Transportation hub in central China. Okay, that's good for them. When it comes to viruses, they get transported too. Approximately 700 miles south of Beijing, 500 miles west of Shanghai, and 600 miles north of Hong Kong. So it's right in central China. Note this. Direct flights from Wuhan also connect with Europe. There are 6 flights weekly to Paris, 3 weekly to London, and 5 weekly to Rome. Okay. The passenger that you don't want on any of those flights would be an infected person. I'm just saying. We'll follow this story some more, and we'll see where it goes. We are now with 1 person infected in the U.S. 1. We'll see what happens here. We hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. And as I said yesterday, there's no vaccine for it. The best preparation is to educate people to make them aware. But this all started in a fish market in Wuhan. Yeah. Yes. And it was called the Hunan, the Hunan Seafood Market that sold live animals in addition to fish, marmots, and other animals. Wayne Elliott is my guest. Perhaps one of those ships that he and his family and his company take apart have traveled the China seas. and who knows what gets transported on those ships that are transporting God knows what from all over the world. Wayne, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on. Thank you for sending those photographs of that ship that you all are going to salvage, take apart, and reduce down to, little parts that then get reused and melted or whatever you all do with them. It's, my God, what a big job. Formidable task. Very dangerous. Thank you for sending those.
Well, I just wanted you to see what I was looking at while I talked to you on our last show there, Dr. Garko, and give you a picture's worth 1,000 words, as they say.
Yeah. Those ships, you talked about how dangerous they are because of lead paint. What was the other? Asbestos. And God knows what else is on these ships. they do carry cargo, and on these ships, I suspect that you have all sorts of potential infectious viruses that could live, in the cargo holds because you're shipping, I don't know what, animals and whatnot. I don't know. I'm just saying, it's quite interesting how we live in such a small world, Wayne.
Exactly. Well, not so much the cargoes here in these freighters, Dr. Garko, is dangerous. They carry things like iron ore, coal, stone,
I see.
Aggregates, steel mill coke, salts for the roads, sugar. I'll tell you, there's critters, and there are dangers with some of the cargoes, like grain. Grain is explosive, believe it or not.
How so?
So we're very careful when we're cutting a ship, especially who last hauled grain as a cargo.
How is that, Wayne? How is it that grain has this combustible property?
Well, if I was more educated, I'd be able to tell you, Dr. Garko, and I don't understand it, but we've had flare-ups before when some grain was unseen on the top of a side tank and so forth, and I don't really know. It doesn't. Of course, it's flammable, I guess, dry grain is, but I don't understand the reason that it'll do what it can do. But otherwise, there really isn't much concern with toxins with these cargoes.
They said that
more the ships, it's the ships themselves.
If I had to hypothesize, I suspect it's the dust, grain dust, can be pretty combustible, and if enough becomes airborne and accumulates on a surface, it could ignite. I'm thinking, I could be wrong about that, but anyway, it's nice to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
I was thinking about somehow somebody might not put the words Strauss heart drops and obesity epidemic in the same sentence. I do, and I have, and I am. And I can tell you this, and I know you didn't come on to talk about the obesity epidemic, but what I am going to share with you, and I've shared it with the audience, this obesity epidemic here in the United States and around the world, it's not just indigenous here. And by the way, 72% of the population in this country are overweight or obese. 40% are obese. And this is a population of over 300 million. One of the downstream effects is that it contributes to heart disease. And it seems to me that as we go forward, this is not abating, it's going to get worse. And they're projecting by 2050, 80% of the population will be overweight or obese. And I'm just saying, people need to start looking for and changing their behaviors, their lifestyle and their dietary behaviors, but also to start consider dietary supplementation as an intervention to moderate some of the effects of obesity. Metabolic syndrome is also caught up with obesity. And metabolic syndrome is a known cardiovascular killer. And the Strauss heart drops, my prediction, is going to take on even more importance as we go forward. And to talk about this epidemic and what people need to do, although heart disease is the #1 cause of death in this country, the numbers have gotten better, but it's still the leading cause of death. And it's not going to, I'm concerned it may increase because there's more people becoming obese. And Strauss heart drops, is my point, would serve a purpose here. And I know you probably some wouldn't connect it to the obesity epidemic, but that's how I'm thinking about it, at least at the moment.
I agree with you, Dr. Garko. And, in people's defense these days, since we have all these genetically modified foods or man-made foods, some people call them frankenfoods. I know Jim Strauss said that in his belief, that and all the chemicals we're exposed to today from all the airplane flights and vehicles, and our kitchens are full of chemicals, our bathrooms have got chemicals, we bathe in chlorine water now, and So chemicals and genetically modified foods, he always said, were the cause of cancer.
Okay, hold your thought. We'll come back. We'll talk some more, and I'll make the connection between the obesity epidemic, cardiovascular disease, and Strauss heart drops.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Have you
Nutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Wayne Elliott, spokesperson, diplomat for Strauss Naturals, is on the show today. And, my job is to think about these dietary supplements are not just supplements. They have to be used in strategic, smart ways and find novel ways to address health issues. And typically, people will start taking a particular supplement like Strauss Heart Drops. For example, somebody's diagnosed with coronary artery disease or they have a heart attack, and immediately they start searching for something to help them counter this disease. And many people that have heart disease or have a heart attack will start taking a product like Strauss Heart Drops. That's a good thing. A better thing would be to take it as a form of prevention, especially for people who are overweight and obese. And if you have central obesity, where the fat collects around the abdominal area, it's called central obesity, abdominal obesity, that is constituted of visceral fat, which is functions as an endocrine organ, pumping out molecules that are inflammatory, and that sets you up for atherosclerosis. You can take Strauss Heart Drops as a preventive measure. Wayne, welcome back. That's where my thinking is going as I prepare for shows with you. I'm thinking about ways to talk about this product that is, that just doesn't dismiss it as a dietary supplement for cardiovascular health. It's much more than that. At least it is for you.
Well, you bet, Dr. Garko. As the saying goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So we're on your opening points there that, of course, we're best to be in the best shape we can be, both to avoid disease and to best fend off these viruses, these strong viruses these days, and so forth. Back to the obesity, Dr. Garko, something I have real angst about. You mentioned the belly, the midsection. There's a book, I haven't read it, called Wheat Belly.
Yes.
And, what I have angst about is there used to be 3 original natural strains of wheat that were one of the staples, one of the 3 main staples on earth with rice and corn. And now we have over 280 strains of wheat, all of which are genetically modified, all of which they claim will make you fat around the middle. And the corn, which was one of the other ones, well, there hasn't been a natural cob of corn now for over 30 years. It tastes good, peaches and cream and so forth. Looks like corn, tastes like corn, but it's not natural corn. And so what really bothers me, Dr. Garko, I used to, when I would go grocery shopping for my boys and I would buy the low-fat brands of things like mayonnaise and so forth.
Yes.
Until I learned, Jim Strauss told me, don't buy those, they'll make you fat. I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, the low fat, they take out fat, which you can deal with, and they add refined sugar, which you can't deal with. And so low fat advertised products make you fat. And that really bugs me. It's it's very misleading, Dr. Garko. I mean, it misled me for years, and it seems a shame that in people's defense, it's really difficult to what you believe, and this type of thing going on.
To your point, and so we're clear, as a nutritionist and from a nutritional perspective, I can tell you this: a diet constituted of refined, processed foods, cookies, crackers, cakes, chips, colas, cupcakes, and so on, crackers, will contribute to demise of your health. People typically think it's the fat that causes disease, and I'm going to address that in a second. But it's these refined carbohydrates that are rather pernicious. But saying that, people say, well, it's not the fat, it's these carbs. No, it's both. A diet high in saturated fat, notice my language, high. A diet high in red meat, especially these luncheon meats, processed meats, is dangerous. It contributes to the demise of people's health, in particular, cardiovascular health. So it's not either or, it's both. High in refined carbohydrates, high in saturated fats, in combination, sets you up for coronary somewhere or a stroke down the line. So it's not either or, it's both. It's not to say you shouldn't eat meat or you shouldn't eat carbohydrate, but it's meat that's lower in saturated fat, carbs, fruits, vegetables, grains that are good for you. So, but the Strauss Heart Drops, Wayne, is a prescription, using a metaphor here, that can be written in this day and age, in this country where 72% are overweight and obese, and most don't realize that what's going on inside their body is a process where their arteries are becoming diseased. These drops can serve prevention, and that's where my head is today. I thought about it all last night and driving in today to talk with you about it.
Well, Doc, when I wasn't well years ago, before I found the Strauss Heart Drops, I was about 40 pounds heavier than I am today.
Mm-hmm.
I was 240, 245. Today I'm 205. I
Good.
played football at 225, but believe me, I was a different shape then. Nothing had dropped yet in those days. And I always say to folks, again, on your point about obesity and heart, if you think it isn't significant, carry around 30 pounds for a day if you can. Fill a backpack with 50 pounds and lug that around for the day, because it's the same as if we become overweight to that extent.
Yeah.
And so you're right on point. Obviously, that obesity can foul us in many ways. Really,
there is an inextricable connection between obesity and coronary artery disease. Obesity is closely related to coronary atherosclerosis. There's study after study to show that. The atherosclerotic vascular lesions that they find in patients with higher BMI values is becoming more frequent and more advanced compared to people of normal body weight. The data are what they are. And if you're overweight or obese, you need to be taking a product like Strauss Heart Drops for prevention. We come back, Wayne will talk more with you about it. He can share some insights into how the product has served people well. It's nice to have you on the show today, Wayne.
Thank you.
We'll come back, we'll talk some more. Wayne Elliott, Strauss Heart Drops, Strauss Naturals, it's all good. Coast to coast and globally.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The heart drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. For more information, go online to StraussNaturals.com. You can purchase Strauss Heart Drops at fine health stores or on Amazon. I promise you won't be sorry.
With the incredible growth of the natural products industry, we have never had more products to choose from. And at the same time, getting healthy has never been more confusing. Irwin Naturals has made it easy for consumers, bringing relevant, high-integrity supplements to the marketplace. Irwin Naturals soft gel delivery technology was chosen over 20 years ago for its ability to quickly and effectively deliver the beneficial nutrients found in their formulas into our bodies for enhanced bioavailability. Irwin Naturals uses a multi-step approach for their products, utilizing the latest clinically researched ingredients while assuring that all claims are supported by scientific evidence. These strict quality standards have allowed Irwin Naturals to bring high-quality CBD products made with full-spectrum hemp extract to the public at an extremely affordable price while using the highest quality hemp. Irwin Naturals stays in tune with the ever-changing face of health in America. When choosing your supplements, consider using high-quality, relevant products from Irwin Naturals.
The proceeding was a commercial program paid for by Let's Talk Nutrition, LLC.
More information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2020. Thanks for tuning in today. Wayne Elliott, spokesperson, it's like a diplomat for Strauss Naturals. And he makes no pretense about being a doctor or a nutritionist or any kind of healthcare professional. He would tell you he's just an ordinary person with who had to deal with an extraordinary life event, which many of us find ourselves in. I'm glad you tuned into the show today. Wayne's a good person, honest guy, tells you as it is, and he has a compelling narrative. And what he's trying to do, he's not just trying to inform you, he's trying to persuade you, convince you. And he'll tell you, he needs to eat better and live better. He said it the other day. and we all do. There's always room for improvement, and to encourage people to take heart drops, the Strauss heart drops, or at least to consider it. And so if you pay attention to what he says, no, he's not a clinical trial. But not everything is understood and confirmed by clinical trials. Although, I'm a researcher, show me the data is one of my mantras. There are different kinds of data. There are the data of people's stories, their narratives. Some call those in the world of science, that's anecdotal evidence, anecdotal data. I don't necessarily dismiss it. Then there's the data associated with the longevity of a therapy. How long has it been around? It can be any kind of different kinds of therapy. Dietary supplementation can be an intervention. And how long has the product, in this case, Strauss Heart Drops, been around? Usually, in the world of natural products, if a product doesn't work, it doesn't sell. It doesn't last long. Consumers figure it out, and somehow it just goes away. I've watched this time and again over 15 years, over and over again. I go to a trade show, there'll be companies there that year, come back, they're gone. Out, they're done. So you have to look at those data. How long has the product been around? It's usually an indication of its safety and efficacy. Another data set I look at, is the product, does it have popularity not only within a local area or region, but across a country and in other countries? That's worth noting as well. And then, of course, there is the science and what do studies say and what do we learn. You can either do a direct study on a clinical trial on a product, which is very expensive, or you can extrapolate from other studies that are using compounds similar to what's in the product and extrapolate from that and attribute, and then thereby attribute to the product some ability, some efficacy associated with the product based on studies of the compounds and other studies. So we often do that. So there are a lot of things to look at when you're trying to evaluate as I say, the safety and efficacy, how good a product works. On this show for 15 years, I made it a point. I was smart enough, every squirrel gets an acorn once in a while, and I was smart enough to know, talk about things that work. Talk about things that work. And that has served the show well. And people figure it out. You can't jazz the consumer forever. They'll figure it out. And if it doesn't work, they'll tell you. Go on Amazon, read some of the comments that people write about product evaluation. It's pretty funny. I entertain myself sometimes, and the way they talk. And that company, Strauss Naturals, has to jump through a couple of big hoops. They got to go through the Canadian government, and they got to go through the U.S. government, the FDA here and Health Canada in Canada. And both of those outfits are not, constituted of people that have sort of a very relaxed idea about dietary supplementation and safety. Ask Strauss Naturals about that. They'll tell you. Wayne, we shared a story the other day. They've had their battles with Health Canada, but now, over the years, it's made its way into a position where it's highly respected and the product does well. And it's revered in Canada. It's almost legendary up there. Wayne, welcome back to the show. Nice to have you on. So you heard what I had to say. I think about how to talk about these things meaning Strauss Heart Drops or any other kind of intervention. And I am absolutely convinced, Wayne, that as this obesity epidemic gets worse and worse, and it's bad now, for heaven's sake, even in Canada, that Strauss Heart Drops is a frontline dietary supplement intervention. I'm 100% convinced. Your thoughts?
I am as well, Dr. Garko. And on your point about clinical studies, Strauss Company has done, I think, 3, but I know most about the first one because it was about 20 years ago, and I delivered the check for Jim Strauss to the London, Ontario hospital. And the results were tremendous from the study, with the study candidates. And what I loved about it, we included, at that time I was involved, as you know, we included criteria of how do the study candidates feel. And this is something that in my research has been missed in the pharmaceutical clinical studies. They don't seem to have that as criteria. How do the test candidates feel? And of course, Dr. Garko, I've done my own 22-year personal study. I stay in touch with as many people as I can, and of course, lots of friends and family. And so I've done an extensive study and myself with these heart drops, my folks. Boy, oh boy, it's just, in my opinion, and I'm not an educated man like you, Dr. Garko, have limited experience in comparison, but because I've been a natural health advocate for all these years, I have never seen a product as dynamic as Strauss Heart Drops, as effective, that can help so many things, because blood flow is such an important body function. But products like this and that silver solution for the things it can do to kill bacteria and heal wounds, I mean, these products, it's a shame. It always bothered Jim Strauss that these kinds of products weren't available on Medicare to economically and safely and without and painlessly help people. So, you know, there are clinical studies, and they were quite amazing, the results with the heart drops, the first one being about 20 years ago. And I'm going to keep up with my personal study, I can tell you that. And I just urge everyone, you know, diabetes. We talked about refined carbohydrates, Dr. Garko, and I read that years ago in Saudi Arabia, they had virtually no diabetes. Now, I don't know what their usual diet is, but when they adopted the North American diet of fast foods and all the fast food outlets, diabetes became an epidemic. And apparently what I read was that 40% of their population is diabetic.
Well, your points.
These refined carbs and sugars are truly poison to us.
Your point's well taken. I've mentioned it many times on this air, that when we begin to import this highly processed dietary regimen, the foods that constitute much of our food culture in this country, when we begin to import this U.S. Western-style refined dietary regimen into other countries, disease formation begins. Atherosclerosis, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and so on. We come back, we'll talk some more. LTN, coast to coast and globally. Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for lung health since 1998. Clear Lung's formula is a synergistic blend of Chinese herbs that helps maintain open airways and balanced mucus levels. It combines the healing properties of 13 perfectly balanced herbs that have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. Need extra help? Try Ridgecrest Herbal's Clear Lung's Extra Strength with twice the herbs and Ridgecrest Herbal's patented Availablend formula designed to support the bioavailability of the original 13 herbs. Got a picky kid who doesn't like pills? Clear Lung's liquid is safe for children and has a naturally sweet orange flavoring. And don't forget to check out Clear Lung's Immune and Clear Lung's Sport. Visit rcherbals.com or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad to order the right Clear Lungs product for you. That's 1-800-242-4649.
Did you get enough calcium today? 85% of women over the age of 20 and 50% of men over the age of 30 consume less than the recommended daily intake of calcium. One of the best ways to protect your bones and joints, Bone Up provides Australian hydroxyapatite, the very same form of calcium found in the human body. However, strong bones and joints require more than calcium. magnesium, zinc, manganese, copper, silicon, vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin K, and boron are all beneficial to optimum joint function. Bone Up gives you all of these. Bone Up is the most healthful nutritional regimen for bones and joints. Ask for Bone Up at your local health food store. Or, for more information, go to www.jarrow.com for the best in calcium formulas.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Reading. I was reading an article about the connection between the impact of obesity on cardiovascular, your cardiovascular system, and it's quite stunning when you look at the connection. A 10-kilogram rise, 10 kilograms is 22 pounds, and a little bit of change. In body weight increases the risk of coronary artery disease by 12%, and systolic blood pressure by 3 millimeters of mercury, and diastolic by 2.3 millimeters of mercury. It's quite astonishing. 32 to 40 in one study, the number of studies they have found generally that 32 to 49% of patients suffering from heart failure are obese. 31 to 40% are, and 31 to 40% are overweight who suffer from heart failure. In the case of obese and overweight patients, heart failure develops 10 years earlier than in case of subjects with a normal body mass index. In other words, people who are not overweight or obese. And the development of heart failure after 20 years of obesity, the prevalence of heart failure grows by 70%. After 30 years of being obese, heart failure is the prevalence of it 90%. It's almost a certainty. that you're going to have some sort of coronary event. The data are what they are. Wayne, welcome back to the show. So for the audience, those who might be overweight or obese, it would be prudent to do something to protect your cardiovascular system, and Strauss heart drops would serve as a preventative measure, in my opinion. Your thought.
Dr. Garko, could I make a very important point on weight loss?
Of course.
Jim Strauss always preached this, and it's in layman's terms and really makes perfect sense. We've all seen people who lost a great deal of weight, like my friend Joe, and we've seen people who don't look well, don't have good color and so forth afterward. Jim always explained that if you start out at 300 pounds, just to pick a number, and you had 30 to 40 pounds of toxins in your body, such as plaque, cholesterol buildup, as you lose weight, a larger percentage of your mass becomes toxins by virtue of the weight you've lost. So what's very important, and I believe this with all my heart, that if someone's going on a rigorous weight program, I don't mean to lose 10 pounds, but to lose 30, 50, 100 pounds, they really want to detox their systems either before or during their weight loss program so that a larger percentage of them isn't poison and toxins.
Sure.
I think it's a huge point, and I've seen it myself since Jim's teachings 100 or more times, and it's distressing to me when I do see someone who's lost a lot of weight and doesn't look good at all, and I believe that that's the cause. The other thing about detoxing, such as with Strauss heart drops, is that it's the most painless way to lose some free weight without effort. I would say that by average, the average person would expect to lose 5 to 10 pounds taking the Strauss heart drops or other fine detox products for your liver or lymphatic system. And it's the most important weight to lose and really the only way to lose it. You can't diet or exercise toxins away.
I understand. You had mentioned this the other day. You were talking about came up. You had talked about the Strauss heart drops is organic aged garlic, and garlic has a particular taste and aroma. And the Strauss heart drops, do you have cinnamon in the product? Do you make a cinnamon Strauss heart drops?
Yes, the Strauss company just started not too long ago making a cinnamon flavor. They just added cinnamon flavoring. Pete Strauss.
By the way, cinnamon is very therapeutic. By the way, too.
Sure it is. And you know something, Dr. Garko? After probably 150 bottles of Strauss heart drops original flavor that I've taken, these last 3 bottles have been the cinnamon flavor, and I do find it more palatable.
Okay.
Some people love the original flavor, and others like me don't really care for it. And the cinnamon really makes a difference, I found.
You're not the only one. We have a caller. His name's Roy. He lives in Tampa, and he was talking with Katie about the taste of the drops. Roy, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on. You need to turn your radio off, Roy.
Hi. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Hey, how you doing, Roy?
Doing well, Doc.
Nice
to hear your voice again.
It's nice to hear your voice,
down
too.
Here, I'm a snowbird.
Yeah, it's too cold up there in New York, right? So you come to Florida. Welcome to Florida. It's 37 degrees.
Yeah, I'm up in the Catskill Mountains, so it's very cold. You just answered my question. My question basically was I've tried the heart drops. I have friends in British Columbia who first told me about it. I've tried these, and to me they weren't palatable. Now, when the guest here is speaking about a cinnamon flavor, that was my question. Is there any tricks to make it more palatable? Can you add it to juices or something?
I wouldn't add it to orange juice. Maybe with water. Wayne, you mentioned that if you can leave it under the tongue and not dilute it, that seems to have a better effect, right?
Sure, it goes directly into your bloodstream, Dr. Garko and Roy, as opposed to having to go through our digestive system. Not that that wouldn't work. It's just best if you can get it right into your bloodstream immediately. And if you don't care for the cinnamon, the only other thing that I tell folks is no, don't mix it with anything, but rather go ahead and drink a glass of water afterward, and if the taste is offensive.
That may cut it a little bit. We come back. Roy, don't hang up. I have another idea. We'll talk some more with Wayne.
It might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garka, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
So, people own their automobiles, right? And one day the thing breaks down, and you take it to the garage, and the mechanic's talking to you, and the mechanic says, if you would have changed that oil, if you would have, goes down this list, the car, you wouldn't be in this fix. And really what he's talking about is preventive maintenance. And in a sense, in a real sense, same thing with our body. If you wait until, you have the heart attack, or you wait until you have respiratory issues, or if you wait until, that usually doesn't, that's the hard way to go. But try to persuade people to practice prevention is another matter. I can tell you that from my clients. Usually when people come to see me, it's not because everything's okay. That very rarely happens. I have yet to have somebody show up and say, I'm in perfect health. I just wanted to see you. That doesn't work like that. So I'm just saying, and Strauss heart drops can be clearly after you, and Wayne did it after he got into some trouble with his health. He started taking the drops, and he's done well over 20 years. He's also now telling people, do it preventatively. Roy's in Tampa, Florida. He lives in the Catskills, and he comes to Florida every year. He's an ex-Marine, and he's about 6'10". He looks to me like 7 foot. But I've known Roy a long time. He's a good guy. Roy, I have another idea for you. Sometimes what you can do is when you're taking a product, the taste is a little pungent for you, they have capsules where you can you get a dropper, and you can the dropper from the Strauss Heart Drops, and you can put it into the capsule and take the product that way as well. You can buy them; they have them in health stores.
Excellent idea.
That will take a liquid. You have to get a capsule that will hold a liquid, and they have them.
I found in the past, Dr. Garko, that doesn't work. For some reason, the heart drops will dissolve the capsule. So unless you did it right away, I suppose you could do that. Fill the capsules and then swallow them right away. You'd be okay.
Well, he wouldn't put them. Yeah, that's what you do. You put them in right away, and then you swallow them.
Right.
Yeah, so you can give it a try.
Would Tony have the heart drops at VDC? And
yes, they have at Vitamin Discount Center. They sell the heart drops, and I believe they have the cinnamon formula as well.
Okay.
Give it a try.
If he doesn't, he can order it, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, you'll figure it out. Listen, you're a Marine, man. Come on now. What's the matter with you? You can do this.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yes, sir. You can do this. Nice. I'm picking on you, brother. Nice.
Thanks, Doc. It's always good to hear from you.
It's better to hear from you, my man. Thank you so much. Okay, Wayne.
God bless him, a Marine.
Oh, listen, let me tell you, and he looks like it too, brother. I mean, he's a big dude. I met him years ago. I was making appearances here in the Tampa Bay area, and we'd go to a health store here in the area, and 30, 40, 100 people would show up, and he was always there. He would always show up. Good guy. So you mentioned a product the other day, and I didn't take notes on it. Could you repeat that product again? Because I had somebody ask me about it.
I'm not sure what you referred to, Dr. Garko. Was it Agricept?
No, it was I think it was cardiovascular related product. It wasn't the heart.
A product that Strauss is bringing back as of February 1st, maybe,
yes.
The CardioCalm?
Yes, that's the one. CardioCalm. There you go.
What a great product. What a great product. I took that 20 years ago, Dr. Garko, for my irregular heartbeat. My friend Joe also had a terrible irregular heartbeat, and he had an enlarged heart. I took the cardio. Then they made it in those days. Now they're making it again. I took it for 3 months. Haven't had arrhythmia since. My friend Joe had to take it for 5 months to be rid of his arrhythmia. His heart went back to normal, proper size. So just another great formula from the Strauss family.
877-897-8255. By the way, obesity is associated with coronary heart disease. Obesity is associated with cardiac arrhythmia. Speaking of arrhythmia, obesity is associated with sudden cardiac death. And it's associated with respiratory issues. I could go down a list, but just in cardiovascular terms, that's what you get yourself into. And again, if you're overweight or obese, listening or watching this show, you need to be if you can't lose the weight, you need to be doing things to protect your arteries. You do. You're at risk. I'm just telling you, you're at risk. And Strauss Heart Drops would serve a good purpose. Could you take those two products together?
Oh, you should indeed. The Heart Drops will ensure that the blood carries everything you need to everywhere you have a vessel to carry it. So Heart Drops are best to take with any of these products. And I'd like to tell you a short story about Jim Strauss and weight loss, Dr. Garko.
Sure.
The first meal I had with Jim 20 whatever years ago, we're in a train station waiting for the train to carry us back to Ontario. He didn't like to fly any more than I did. We took the 3-day train ride together. And so we're having a meal, and he ordered his favorite, a bowl of soup and a chunk of bread. And I did my usual in those days. What's your largest steak? Okay, I'll have that one. And the baked potato and all the trimmings and this and that. So I started to eat like I'm going to the electric chair, fast and gulping. And Jim is chewing his first mouthful of soup. And I said to him, "You going to swallow that soup?" And he said, "You eat so fast and swallow chunks, I'll bet you could put your finger on your tongue and your liver would start producing fat." He said, "Look around the restaurant. People fat like you are eating fast, and people normal like me are taking their time." I looked around. He was right. He went on to explain that digestion starts in our mouth, and we're meant to chew our food properly and not swallow chunks. And so I did a little test on myself after that, Dr. Garko, and I was probably 90% religious with it because, geez, when I'm hungry, I can eat. But about 90% of the time I was conscious and chewed and liquefied my food in my mouth. And do you know that not doing a thing extra, I lost 20 pounds in just over 1 month. And that's all I did differently was chew my food. Another trick that I've done for myself, because apart from all the milk I drank, which was the worst thing I guess I did,
clearly,
I ate beef in very large quantities, Dr. Garko. And what I've started to do now, because you were quite right when you told us all a few minutes ago that, red meat in large quantities is not wise for us. What I've started to do, and I'm eating less than half as much meat,
Good.
I cut the bites much smaller.
Good.
And I find I'm satisfied, slowed down with my eating, put the fork down once in a while. And so that's another good trick, really.
Yeah, and free range. Have you ever had free range beef?
Yes, I have.
Okay, we come back. We'll talk some more. We'll have the LTN health question of the day. Strauss Heart Drops for your cardiovascular system.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The The heart drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. For more information, go online to StraussNaturals.com. You can purchase Strauss Heart Drops at fine health stores or on Amazon. I promise you won't be sorry.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Everybody knows that it's easier said than done to take charge of your health. Now taking charge of your health has been made a little easier with Ancient Nutrition. Ancient Nutrition's whole food nutritional products provide ancient nutrients in a modern, convenient form to power the body and mind while restoring health, strength, and vitality comparable to that of our ancient ancestors. Among their healthy nutrition supplements, Ancient Nutrition offers a line of bone broth protein powders formulated for high performance. Bone broth is a breakthrough in protein supplementation. It delivers the benefits of homemade bone broth in a convenient, easy-to-mix form. Try all 8 delicious flavors: dark chocolate, banana cream, cinnamon apple, salted caramel, pumpkin spice, s'mores, coffee, and French vanilla. Ancient Nutrition products are sold in fine health stores across the country. Visit ancientnutrition.com to learn more about ancient nutrition for a modern world. That's ancientnutrition.com.
With the incredible growth of the natural products
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And here's the LTN health question of the day. Earlier in the show, I was reporting on the Wuhan coronavirus and its emergence, and I reported on aspects of it you most likely will not hear on mainstream media or on cable TV. And in an effort to try to educate you and myself about this virus, this Wuhan coronavirus. And Wuhan is a city in central China, and it's a big city. It's a thriving city, 11 million people. It's bigger than Manhattan. And it turns out that there's a lot of commerce there in transportation. And we now have a confirmed case here in the United States who traveled. Person, he's in his 30s, lives in the Washington State in Snohomish County. And this was announced yesterday. And he traveled from Wuhan to Seattle Tacoma International Airport. Here's the question. How many people travel from Wuhan to the United States every year? 6 to 16,000 or 60 to 65,000? How many people travel from Wuhan to the United States every year? 6 to 16,000 or 60 to 65,000? Here's a number to call.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. You can win yourself a $25 supplement gift card.
By the way, the CDC is screening people at San Francisco International, LA International, John F. Kennedy International in New York City.
That's what I said to you yesterday. I was like, I don't understand why they're not screening people coming from China.
They are. They have been. I just think they don't have enough agents. By the way, Wayne, in Canada, the Canada Border Service Agency, the CBSA, said it will not implement extra screening measures, but plans to, quote, implement signage in Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal airports to raise awareness of the virus. There are no direct flights from Wuhan to Canada. And I don't think you need to go there to find a ship to salvage, but just in case. I'm just saying. So welcome back to the show, Wayne. So I asked you this the other day. Is it better to take the product once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night before sleep? What do you do?
Well, as with most things, it's best on an empty stomach and or before meals, and 3 times a day is ideal. Now, I must tell you, Doc, I've taken it twice a day. I've taken it 4 times a day. I've taken it once a day. I'll take extra when I'm not taking it enough. I just took 2 full droppers during the break.
Ooh.
And so like anything, like food, we're best to keep it in our system, I guess. And so it continues to work. So 3 times a day is ideal, Dr. Garko.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Peoria, Illinois. I know that's not a beach day there. It's got to be cold in Peoria. Pam, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Enjoy your show. This is a great subject today.
Thank you. What is the ambient temperature outside?
Right now, here in this locality,
yeah.
I heard you folks are getting it bad down there. It is probably in the 20s,
Oof.
I would guess.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. Not good, huh?
Not good.
Honestly, it's not much warmer here.
27.
27. Yeah, it was 37 in Tampa this morning, and other places even colder yet. So,
I heard
yeah.
the iguanas are falling out of the trees.
That's our straight out of Florida.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what I heard on the news locally.
In this virus, how many people travel from Wuhan to the United States every year, annually? 6 to 16,000 or 60 to 65,000? What do you think?
60 to 65.
Yeah, that's amazing. And Wuhan is not, as I said, not some sleepy little Chinese village somewhere in central China. This is a thriving, very, prosperous, transportation-oriented place, industrial. It is quite remarkable, the things we learn. So we're gonna track and monitor this and make ourselves aware. Have you ever taken any kind of product for your cardiovascular health? Ever?
Just like krill oil or garlic, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in my 60s now, so I'm sure I'd probably need to.
Well, it's not a bad idea. As we get older, you're only as old as your arteries. You can have somebody in their 70s or 80s and their arteries are youthful, and their odds of living longer are better. Then again, you can have somebody in their 40s and 50s and the arteries are already diseased and with plaque, and if they don't do something about it, the prognosis is grim. So again, you're only as old as your arteries. It wouldn't hurt. So keep Strauss Heart Drops in mind, and we appreciate you listening to the show. And tell your friends, and even the people that you wouldn't talk to so much, tell them too.
I will do that.
All right, Pam. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your show. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. What are you going to do today? You're going to go salvage that ship you showed me that was sitting up on the shore? Is that what you're going to do today, Wayne?
No, I got a day full of meetings and some running around to do at the yards and so forth. I leave for Florida in the morning, I'm happy to say.
Oh, good for you.
And I can't wait to get there.
Yeah, where are you going to go? What part of Florida is that again?
Hollywood Beach, just north of Miami.
Yeah,
I see it's only 50 degrees there today, so it's a cool day in your neck of the woods. Mind you, here it's 21.
Yeah, bring a jacket. Bring a jacket. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you come down here, your life is a little easier, a little more relaxed, less stress?
Well, I get to walk and ride the bicycle on the boardwalk, Dr. Garko, and I love the warm weather as compared to this winter. I just don't like winter ever since my younger days when I went to the University of Miami, and I don't care for winter. So I'm happier there, that's for sure. And yeah, I'm more active there, so it's all good.
All good. Well, when you come to Florida now, if you can get your way over here to Tampa, you let us know, and we'll try to make arrangements to get you onto the show, get you into the studio. We'd love to see you, have you in studio.
I promise I'm going to do that. It'll be late March, early April, Doc.
That'll be fine.
I'll give you some notice, and we'll do that.
Yeah, you're a handsome guy. People need to see you.
Thank you.
All right. Have a nice day. Enjoy yourself. Strauss Heart Drops. Go to StraussNaturals.com, and you can learn more about the product. It's good for your heart. It truly, truly is. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a